From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Friday, October 7th, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. This morning, just before 9 o'clock, firefighters were called to a home on North Locust Street for a possible structure fire. According to officials, they arrived at 863 North Locust Street and found a fire in the kitchen stove. The fire spread up the east wall into the cabinets and hood. Appliances were removed to check for further extensions of that fire. Crews ventilated the home and contacted the landlord. There were no reported injuries at this morning's fire in Hazleton. A Hazleton man was arrested for delivery of a controlled substance and criminal use of a communication facility on Thursday. 31-year-old Israel Negron Rodriguez was charged with 2 felony counts following a drug investigation by the Hazleton City Police Department's Narcotics Division. He will be arraigned before Magistrate Joseph Zola. A Berwick woman was arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia after a traffic stop in Ryan Township on Wednesday. 24-year-old Nicole Michelle Vukola, who was a passenger in the vehicle, was found to have an outstanding bench warrant out of Columbia County. Police also found her to be in possession of 2 hypodermic needles, syringes, a smoking pipe, and Q-tips used for injecting and smoking heroin. Hazleton police discovered a substantial amount of marijuana after a vehicle struck a pedestrian yesterday afternoon. 42-year-old Jose Germain Santos of Hazleton was driving a green Chevy Tracker when he hit a 34-year-old female. Hazleton police responded to the scene where they discovered an open container of alcohol and a large amount of marijuana inside the vehicle. The woman suffered injuries and was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital Cedar Crest for head trauma. Santos is charged with aggravated assault by vehicle, possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, and related charges. The city of Hazleton will be using over $22,000 in federal funds to demolish a former bar on East Chestnut Street. City Council voted to award a $22,600 contract to M&J Excavation of Bloomsburg to tear down the former Phoenix Bar on East Chestnut Street. Members approved a resolution for rewarding the demolition contract that will have no impact on plans for using the federal community development block grant. By removing the bar, Hazleton Mayor Jeff Gassat says that it will make the property more attractive to investors. If the lot sells, the money would go back to the community development as reimbursement for the demolition. The bill which eliminates school property taxes statewide is once again going through the legislative process. It was formally introduced into the House by State Representative Jim Cox. The bill eliminates school property taxes, replacing the revenue with a jump in the sales tax from 6 to 7% and a hike in the personal income tax from 3.07% to 4.95%. The bill has little chance of passing in the short time remaining in the session. Governor Wolf has already said he's against it, but the concept is popular among taxpayer groups and many homeowners statewide. This is the latest go-around for the bill and is expected to be reintroduced when the new session begins in January. Local state representatives Tara Toohill, Jerry Mullery, Jerry Knowles, Dave Millard, and Aaron Coffer all support it, as do local senators David Argel, who's been the prime sponsor of it in every incarceration, and John Udichak. Senator Pat Toomey's ratings from the NRA have dropped. When he first ran for the office in 2010, the gun owners group gave him an A-, but this time it's given him a C, and it has withdrawn its endorsement of him. It's over Toomey's co-sponsor of and vote for a gun background check bill last year. Nevertheless, the NRA calls his opponent Kathleen McGinty a disaster and has given her an F. McGinty is a supporter of stringent gun control laws. By the way, former President George W. Bush was in Philadelphia this morning in a fundraiser for Toomey. He appeared at the historic Union League on Broad Street for a luncheon, meet and greet. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders will be in the region tomorrow. He will be in Scranton stumping for Hillary Clinton. The event has been moved to inside Scranton High School. It starts at 10:30 and doors open an hour earlier. And while Sanders is campaigning for Hillary on Saturday, Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump will be back in Pennsylvania on Monday and is scheduled to speak at Mohegan Sun Arena at Casey Plaza. The event begins at 6 p.m. and the doors open at 3 p.m. Back in April, Trump drew over 11,000 people to Mohegan Sun sun and is hoping to see even more faces this time. Congressman Lou Barletta is expected to speak at Monday's event. Fairway Subaru and the Hazelton Animal Shelter will be holding an October pet supply drive. During the month of October, anyone who loves pets can drop off basic pet supplies to the Fairway Subaru showroom on North Church Street in Hazel Township. To help keep the shelter animals happy and healthy, donations of pet foods, toys, dog beds, cleaning supplies, and more will be accepted. Fairway Subaru will also be holding a pet adoption on Saturday, October 22nd between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. And for more information, you can visit Subaru.com/pets. An international tradition has made its way to downtown Hazelton. Tonight begins the first Oktoberfest weekend in Hazelton at Center City Park. There is plenty to do all weekend long with some free entertainment. Tonight we spoke with Hazelton Mayor Jeff Cassett as everything got underway.
Right now we have the beer and brat walk going on. There's 13 stops, all in the downtown area. We can go in and sample a beer and have something to snack on. We come back here at 7 o'clock. We have Ostrich Hat playing live. McAdoo Fire Department is cooking, and we also have 8 seasonal beers to try. Tomorrow, again, there is a pumpkin patch for kids. The Nash TV radio station will be playing from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Followed by Iron Cowboy and Danielle.
The fun will continue on Saturday with a pumpkin patch for kids, more live entertainment, and of course plenty of food from the McAdoo Fire Company. Oktoberfest will continue all weekend long at Center City Park in Hazelton. Halloween is right around the corner, and WYLN and Pennies Classified have a special giveaway. You can call 570-459-1869, extension 1110, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. for your chance to win tickets to one of the following: Reaper's Revenge in Scranton, Waldorf Estate of Fear in Lehighton, or Fear Grove in Zionsgrove. All you need to do is leave your name and phone number for a chance to win a pair of tickets to see one of these haunted attractions. The winners will be announced on Tuesday, October 18th on WYLN's evening and late editions. And as always, good luck. Time now for a first look at our forecast. The weekend is upon us, and so is some potential rain for our Saturday. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, what can our viewers expect weather-wise for the weekend?
Well, we're going to be looking at some cooler temperatures, and we're also going to be looking at the chance of some rain at least the first part of the weekend. But what about next week? Is it going to be just as nice as what we saw today? 7-day forecast coming up in just a few, Ann.
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, a fundraiser to help raise money for a local recreation club. Plus, Hazelton Chamber members are celebrating a big anniversary. More news, weather, and sports is coming your way here on WYLN News. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, video journalists Mike Lula and Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Gary Perna, Abby Piskel, and Aaron Harvey. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and John Eric Poli, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik.
It's Oktoberger, the sale so big they named a month after it. Only at Burger Mazda, Route 93, Hazelton.
If a 2016 Mazda 3i Sport, lease it for only $175 a month. Or this 2016 Mazda 6i Sport, lease it for only $195 a month. And this 2016 Mazda CX-5 Sport, it's all-wheel drive, lease it for only $205 a month.
It's Oktoberger, the sale so big they named a month after it. Only at Burger Mazda, Route 93, Hazelton.
Burger family dealerships, drive with experience.
The Hazelton Chamber of Commerce presents The Tastes of Greater Hazelton, Sunday, October 16th at the Health and Wellness Center in Hazelton from noon until 3. Sample signature dishes and products from a variety of restaurants and area businesses. There will be cooking demonstrations by the Brass Buckle Restaurant, Sand Springs Country Club, and Top of the 80s Restaurant. Tickets are $18 in advance and $20 at the door. Available at hazeltonchamber.org, the Chamber office, the standard speaker, and other various participating businesses.
Tri-County Business Machines has been serving the Hazelton area with office supplies and furniture for over 35 years. We are your local Kyocera dealer for all your digital Kyocera copiers, printers, and faxes. For exceptional reliability, sales, and service, the call to make is to Tri-County Business Machines. Tri-County Business Machines, keeping your office up to speed. Tri-County Business Machines, located at 117 East Broad Street, Hazleton. Phone 459-0754, or visit us on the web at tricountybm.com.
To help raise money for the Recreation Club, a Chinese auction will be taking place in West Hazleton this weekend. This Sunday, October 9th, the West Hazleton Recreation Club will be hosting the 10th annual Chinese auction. The public is invited to attend to participate in the auction, in the grand raffle, and the 50-50.
We'll have food, beverages, door prizes, and the drawing starts at 2 o'clock on Sunday. The doors open at 11, so you can come in early and put your tickets in. And we'll start actually at 2 o'clock. And Saturday we have early bird sales from noon to 8. We'll be here Saturday noon to 8. So if you can't make it on Sunday, you write your numbers in and we'll call you if you're a winner.
This is the Recreation Club's major fundraiser, which helps them raise money for all of the programs the club hosts.
We'd like
throughout the
everybody
year
to come down and donate to our Chinese auction. Come and maybe you can win a nice prize, and it's all new items.
Again, the Chinese auction will be held on Sunday, October 9th, with doors opening at 11 a.m. and early bird sales on Saturday from noon until 8. The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce held a membership anniversary celebration last night at Carmen's Country Inn. Over 40 companies are proud to be members of the chamber, and many have been members for over 20 years. President of the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, Mary Malone, told us about National Chamber Month and its importance to last night's event.
Today was our kickoff for National Chamber Month, which is celebrated throughout the month of October. Today was our second annual anniversary celebration, so we were celebrating about 42 companies who had anywhere from 20 years all the way up to 70 years of membership in the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce.
At Carmen's included presentations of plaques and certificates, plus a great networking opportunity.
We had a great mixer with all of our companies that are members that are celebrating milestone members down here at Carmen's Country Inn, also a chamber member, and thanks to our sponsors, the Fairfield Residence and also the Hampton and Bemis Company, and we also did a presentation of plaques and certificates depending upon their number of years of membership. We also kind of did it with the history of the Greater Hazleton area, because not only is the chamber about business success, but it's also about quality of life, and we really have a lot of things to celebrate. Everything from 60 years of Can-Do as a corporation to well over 70 years ago, the start of Drums Elementary School. So it was a little history lesson as well as celebration of longtime chamber members.
For more information on the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, you can visit hazletonchamber.org. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbachik is back with a full look at our forecast, plus a look at an event taking place this weekend to benefit a little boy suffering from several medical conditions. All that and more, including sports with John Eric Poli, is coming your way here on WYLN News. Stay tuned.
Since 2001, Hazleton Imaging has been offering the best care, a staff that is kind and courteous, and a radiologist on site. Hazleton Imaging is less expensive than most hospitals, and they offer self-pay pricing. Call Hazleton Imaging today at 570-501-SCAN.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Join me, Erin Harvey, every Tuesday and Thursday for a special series here on WYLN News. I will talk with survivors to hear their stories, along with medical specialists to learn how to treat, beat, and prevent breast cancer.
Alrighty, well, a nice day to end our work week across our region. Temperatures getting up into the 70s, a lot of sunshine, a few clouds here and there. Dry conditions, a little bit of a breeze, but overall you can't get better weather than what we've experienced today, especially for the month of October. But things are going to change. We're going to have to deal with some rain going into tomorrow, some showers, and then that's going to be followed by some much cooler weather to talk about even going into next week. Let's get on to the numbers for you. Outside our station, it's been pretty nice out there. We've been dealing with 60s out there, and some areas actually in the 70s, so it feels comfortable. Very nice for this time of year. I've not seen any rainfall since the midnight hour. Temperature-wise for the day, how we did for the high and low. Well, here's how we did. The high temperature today, not quite 70, but most areas did manage to get up into the 70s. Early morning low, a 52, and again, the winds really haven't been a factor today whatsoever. It's been just picture perfect to be outdoors. In fact, anywhere throughout the state of Pennsylvania, it continues to be very nice. With those winds continuing to be very light, generally 5 or so miles per hour. It's very nice indeed, but that's changing, and that's going to change in a 7-day forecast. Take a look, though, throughout the state. Enjoy it. Temperatures in the 70s. A couple of upper 60s out there, but no matter where you go, you'll see the sunshine and a few clouds around. Now, tomorrow morning, we're going to have to deal with some showers around throughout the daytime hours, here and there. 63 degrees, and then it's followed by some much cooler weather for Sunday and Monday, only in the 50s, a mix of clouds and sunshine. We're back up into the 60s for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But look at those overnight lows. Boy, it's going to get downright chilly. We're going to be looking at the potential of some temperatures dropping down into the mid to upper 30s. We'll have more for you coming up after this break.
When you're looking for a new or used car, truck, or SUV, Lehighton Kia is the place to go. They showcase a variety of vehicles, like the totally transformed Soul and the eye-catching Cadenza, the Kia Optima, not your average mid-size sedan, the Forte lineup, including the Coupe and popular 5-door, the Sorento and Sportage, with a bold array of features. Ask about specials and incentives, and you can't beat the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Lehighton Kia, 21 Blakesley Boulevard, Lehighton. Call them at 610-377-1570.
This Halloween season, get ready to feel pure, real fear. Waldorf Estate of Fear, where your nightmares become reality. Open every Friday and Saturday in October.
Get ready for a frightening good time from Penny's Classified and WYLN. Call 570-459-1869, extension 1110, and enter your name and phone number to win a pair of tickets to one of these scary Halloween attractions. Reaper's Revenge, Waldorf Estates of Fear, or Fear Grove. 6 winners will be chosen and announced on Tuesday, October 18th on WYLN's Evening Edition at 5:30 p.m. and Late Edition at 10 p.m. Reaper's Revenge not intended for children under 10.
A benefit is being held this weekend in hopes to raise money to support Grant Eli's medical bills and insurance costs. WYLN's Erin Harvey has more.
Grant William Eli suffers from several severe medical conditions and wasn't expected to make it to his first birthday. Grant suffers from cerebral dysgenesis, which is an abnormal brain development. Grant's great aunt and organizer of his benefit, Teresa Stahoviak, explains his condition.
They found out when Bobby Joe was pregnant and went for her ultrasound that there was an issue. They thought perhaps he had fluid on the brain. They didn't know how severe it was. They couldn't tell from the ultrasound. As the pregnancy progressed, the condition did not improve. It got slightly worse. They said they couldn't diagnose the severity until after he was born and they could do an MRI. So 4 days after he was born, they did the MRI, and sadly they came back and said that the news was worse than they ever expected, and they didn't expect Grant to live to see his first birthday. So as things progressed, Grant is still with us. He's 5.5 years old, and he is adorable.
Since his birth, he has reached many milestones.
Grant progresses at an amazing speed that the doctors never expected. He is able to see. He is able to hear. He responds to people. He claps. He communicates. He knows what's going on around him. And we have a therapy equipment that's called, a Jumpsy, that they hold an Upsy, and they hold Grant in it, and they can walk with him. So they say he'll never walk, but we say, hey, you never know. He wasn't supposed to live either, so we'll wait and see.
The family is holding the benefit in order to help pay for what his insurance does not cover on an everyday basis.
Insurance doesn't cover a lot when it comes to therapy equipment and things that he needs for development and just everyday mobility. So we're holding this fundraiser in an effort to raise money. Now that Grant is 5.5, he's getting big, and it's hard for mom and dad to lift him. So they need to have a handicap van with a lift to lift the wheelchair into the van.
The benefit will be held this Sunday from 1 to 5 at the Barton Irby's in Wilkes-Barre.
Its motto is never give up, so that's what we're doing. We're not giving up. This benefit is going to be held at Bart and Irby's on 119 South Main Street in Wilkes-Barre. It's Sunday, October the 9th from 1 until 5. We're going to have a basket raffle. We're going to have a 50-50. Grant has been working diligently. He has made paintings for us to auction off. So we're going to do a silent auction of Grant's artwork.
Again, the benefit will be held this Sunday, October 9th from 1 to 5 at Barton Irby's in Wilkes-Barre. If you did not get tickets yet, that's okay because all the tickets will be $10 and purchased at the door. For WILN News, I'm Erin Harvey.
Thank you, Erin. Coming up next, John Eric Polai is in for Eric DeBerdinis with sports here on WILN. Stay tuned.
At All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you not only get the vehicle that you want,
you also get the lowest financing options.
We also deliver unmatched service.
Whether you're in need of a work truck, have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. It's the Ram Power Days and Jeep Celebration event. Stop in today. It's time to find your copy of the Freeland Progress. Look inside for the cemetery adventure featuring local historic cemeteries and a special story about our local anthem site history. The Freeland Progress is free at locations throughout Freeland, Whitehaven, Blakesley, Berwick, Cunningham, Drums, and the Hazleton area.
I'm Gary Perna. I was born and raised here in Clare, Schuylkill County. I'm proud to be a part of the WILN team, and I'm excited to be part as WILN brings communities together through the power of television.
Football Friday, Week 7. Hard to believe that the regular season only has 4 weeks left if you include tonight. But before we get into tonight's games, let's look at some of the Wyoming Valley Conference teams who played last night. We'll go first to Lake Lehman hosting Nanticoke. Both teams 3-3, but on the outside of the 3A playoff picture. Lehman has a number of good running backs here. Jake Tomalonis gets it, and he'll carry the ball into the end zone. 7-0 Black Knights. Then, right before the end of the first quarter, 4th and goal, Matt Kurtz gets the ball over the goal line, and Lehman goes on to win, 35-0. Also last night, Holy Redeemer played on their home turf against Athens in a District 2, District 4 crossover. First quarter, no score. Athens looking at 3rd and 12, and quarterback Justin Regan will roll out and find Kalen Cathley wide open down the field for a Wildcats touchdown. Later in that quarter, Zach Jane will get the handoff and use a nice stiff arm to get free and run in for another Wildcat score. Athens gets the win, 52-7. Now let's look at some Week 7 action. Tonight you can catch our Game of the Week live at 7 o'clock with the Pittston area Patriots heading into Berwick. Berwick is back on the winning track after beating Coughlin last week, and they sit at 4-2 on the season, and they are happy to be at home against Pittston area as the Patriots only have one win at Crispin Field. The Patriots are a young team. Lineman Nick Lynch is the only senior that starts on both offense and defense, so look for young guys like quarterback Walter Coles, who is third in the conference in passing yards, to lead PA against a good Berwick team. And as always, we like to point out some other high school football games that are expected to be great games. We'll go to the Schuylkill League first. Last week, Tamaqua lost a hard-fought game to Pottsville, and now they're trying to get back over 500 when they take on a 4-2 Lehighton team. Marion Catholic will be on the road at Mahanoy in a rematch of last year's district semifinal that went in favor of the Colts. Both teams are 3-3 this season, looking for win number 4. And the big game in the Schuylkill League this week features Blue Mountain on the road at Pottsville. Both teams are 5-1 this season. Now let's go to the Wyoming Valley Conference. Hanover will be on the road at Northwest, with the Rangers looking to knock off the Hawkeyes, as a win will be good for playoff seedings. Also tonight is a battle of Wilkes-Barre, with Coughlin taking on Myers. Coughlin will be the home team on the scoreboard, even though both teams play at Wilkes-Barre Memorial Stadium. And finally, Hazleton traveling to Scranton looking for win number 1 this season. Here's Cougars head coach Mike Brennan on the matchup.
It's more about us, our execution, our mindset, our physicality as an offensive line, our execution with our skill guys. If we execute what we're trying to do during the course of the week, we'll be able to score some points on Friday night.
As Hazleton area football goes for win number 1 this season, Hazleton native Joe Madden looks to coach the Chicago Cubs to playoff win number 1 this postseason. The Cubbies are at home at Wrigley Field tonight, taking on the Giants in Game 1 of the NLDS. You can catch the game on Fox Sports 1 with the first pitch at 9 o'clock. That's all for sports. Up next, Joe Garbachik is back with another look at tonight's forecast. Stay tuned.
It's Oktoberfest in Hazleton, October 7th and 8th at the Center City Park in downtown Hazleton. Friday night, a live broadcast of Nash 93.7, and at 7 o'clock, Hazleton's own premier cover band, Ostrich Hat. Saturday is kids' activities including a pumpkin patch, followed by live performances from Danny L and Iron Cowboy. The McAdoo Fire Company will be serving authentic themed food along with their specialty items paired with select seasonal brewed beers. Donations support the Hazleton Recreation Department, so come on out to Hazleton's Oktoberfest at the Center City Park. The Wiltsey Center presents Nick as Elvis, Legends Never Die. Local performer Nick Mastician is back for his Broadway-style show featuring costume changes, a narrator, and motion clips of Elvis. Doors open at 6:30, show starts at 7. Tickets are on sale for $10 at Boscov's and the Adelphi School of Music, plus tickets are also available at the door. Come see Nick as Elvis Thursday, October 13th at the Wiltsey Center on Wyoming Street in Hazleton.
This week on Topic A, I'm joined by Schuylkill County District Attorney Christine Hallman. We talk about blight in Schuylkill County and what her office is doing to combat it. You don't want to miss this Topic A only on WYLN.
All right, tomorrow we got some showers around in the 60s. That'll do it. Not quite as mild as today, but then after that it gets much cooler for our Sunday and Monday, only in the 50s. And then we're back up into the 60s going into next week. But if you take a look at some of those overnight lows, it is going to be just downright chilly despite the sunshine throughout the day. Looking at temperatures already. I shouldn't say already because we're in October. But temperatures in the 30s. How's that?
Well, temperatures in the 30s. I mean, I guess what you said is what you could expect. It is October.
Yeah, October.
So
we've had snow in October too, so.
This is true, but we're going to hope it doesn't happen yet.
Hope it don't happen for 20 years from now.
All right. Well, we'll hold
I'm all
you
right
to
with
that.
it.
You're
I'm
all right
without
that?
snow. Yeah, I like
All
the
right.
warmth.
All right. We'll see what happens with that. But if you're heading to Oktoberfest, of course, in Hazleton, you might want to bring an umbrella for tomorrow. Scattered showers and...
Yeah, it's not going to be a washout.
All right. Well, that's all that matters. See, just a nice little umbrella, but it is going to get pretty chilly at night. So thanks for the update.
Yeah, bundle up.
Bundle up. Have a good weekend, everyone.